Hello, welcome RM Touch Network Consultants. In this video, I will show you how to create a Linux user and group. This chapter explains how Linux manages users and groups, which is a core part of system administration and security. It focuses on how users' accounts are created, how groups organize permissions, and how Linux controls access to system resource through identity management. The importance of this topic is that every action in Linux is linked to a user and group. By learning this, you understand how access is controlled, what users can do, and how permissions are assigned to keep the system organized and secure. From cybersecurity perspective, this chapter is important because it introduces key concepts like authentication and authorization and the principle of least privilege. This helps protect the systems from unauthorized access and reduce security risks. It's also useful in penetration testing, system hardening, and security auditing. So, to start in our lesson, first go to terminal and then I will maximize. In our first step, we will create a groups. Okay, and then you will write sudo group hq-l admins and then click enter and enter the password. In this command creates a new group called hq admins. Sudo runs the command with admins rights and group add creates the group and hq admins is the name. Groups in Linux are used to manage multiple users under one permission structure instead of assigning permissions individually. This is the base of rule-based access control, RBAC, and the principle of least privilege, both essential in cybersecurity. In our next step, we will verify the group, and then you will write tail etc group. Okay, this displays the last entries of etc group, which stores Linux group data. You will see the group like HQ admins X 100. This confirms that groups exists, shows its group ID, good, and help you understand how Linux internally manages groups and identity. In our next step, we will create users and assign group, and then you will write sudo user add ufour -m -g hq_admins. This command creates a new user called ufour, creates a home directory and assigns the users the HQ admins group. It builds a full Linux identity including username, UID, group membership, home directory, and shell. This is a key concept in identity management system security. Okay, in our next step, step 5, we will make a set password. And how to set a password, you will write sudo passwd ufour. Now, this sets the password for the user and enables authentication. It introduces credential security, password policies, and account protection, which are core parts of system security. And now enter the password and retype the password updated successfully. Okay, in the next step, we'll view user information and then you will write sudo tail etc shadow. Yes, and then click enter. This file stores a password hashes and security details like expiration and aging policies. And passwords are never stored in plain text, only hashed values. It's one of the most sensitive files in Linux and it's important for security auditing, hardening, and ethical hacking. In our next step, you will make a switch user. Switch user, then you will write su minus ufour and then click enter. Now it asks you the password. This switches your session to the new user and allows that full login environment including the setting and variable. It demonstrates privilege separation and user context switching Linux. And then verify and then you will write who am I, and then it shows you this confirms you are now logged as the new user. Then you exit to the session is using and then you will write exit. This confirms okay. In the next step, this lab teaches us the foundation of Linux security, identity management, authentication, authorization, and access control. It shows how Linux controls users and permissions, which is critical about system defense and penetration testing. Finally, understanding users groups etc password and etc shadow means understanding the core of Linux security and major parts of cybersecurity itself. Thank you. Please subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next.